Oh, hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Trayman, and, we're here working on the riverbank once again. It's just an ongoing, everlasting project that I wish I had more time to work on, but I don't. Occasionally, we'll get the inkling to work on it, and then I'll actually come on here, and I'll just kind of look at it and not do anything. I don't really have the motivation if I'm not making a video on it. Which makes me think maybe I can make more videos on it, but I don't have really the time to do that. Time to let them sit and process, and adding something else to my schedule might just screw me over. Except if it's on a Thursday, and I'm not really willing to put this video on a Thursday. Because there's something else, anything else that could go there. Of course, my options will open a lot more, as I always say after I get a new graphics card, because running with Radeon integrated 4200 is not so great. Computer has been proofed, I guess, with something higher. So hopefully I'll be able to get something to supplement my graphics a little bit. Or a lot. It all depends on how this... It all depends on das future. But all of you that are fans of Locomotion, I will be compiling my mod pack today, probably right after I'm done with this video. I haven't gotten any ideas for mods to add, so I'm just going to go and look around, find some ones I like, grab them. I heard there's a coal kind of thing that Zimlock made. A new coal mine of sorts, and I'm tempted to look into that, but I did look into it, and I found that the installation was a little more complicated than I think I cared to pay attention to. I'll go back to it and check it out, because it looked pretty cool, but, you know, I don't know. And then we'll be doing interesting tracking. The reason I want to compile the mod pack is because I want to get used to whatever I'm put with. I'm going to build a scenario more like Cars or more like From the Beginning, and then just play around on it for a while. Maybe let things evolve and progress a little bit while I play around on there. It'll be like my testing world. I mean, no mod out there I've found yet is like what I want, like a train table mode. If anyone's played Sid Meier's Railroads, I think you know what I'm talking about when it comes to train table mode. You have like infinite money and everything. Infinite money, nothing ever goes wrong ever. I want one of those. That is what I want. I want a train table mode to help me perfect the system. Or I want Clue. Okay, here's a question of the day. What is Clue from CLU? I don't remember what it stands for, but he was designed to create the perfect system. What is he from? Or the sequel to that, you can give me that too. Either way. Either one of those things, or just the universe, or whatever. There's potentially a lot of answers to that question, but there's one in particular I'm looking for. This is a lot of riverbank. I'm going to have to spend a lot of time on this riverbank. And I could work along it bit by bit, but I'm very, very lazy. I wish there was something that allowed me to just, like, smooth it. If this editor had as many options as SimCity did, or SimCity 4 at least. SimCity 4 is great for stuff like that. For the terrain editor, I heard there isn't any in the new one. I heard that they took it out, but I'm a little bit, oh, what's the word? Unwilling to believe that right away. Although, if shown SimCity 5, and I do intend to get it, and it does not have it, I'm going to be a little upset. But then again, now you guys can't say I wasn't warned. Or I can't say I wasn't warned to you guys. You guys can say I was warned. I'm just going to keep chugging up this riverbank here. For a little while at least, because I want to get some of this done. And it's going to be a very, very long project. If this takes longer than Temmeros did, I'm going to be kind of like, what the hell? Because I don't expect it to, but it is a long way off. Also, somebody asked, Supercharged, I think it was, asked, when am I going to work on the narrow gauge line? Either you're staring at my maps or what, but, there is a narrow gauge line in this area, but I'm assuming you're talking about the narrow gauge line that leads, I need to work on this. The narrow gauge line that leads out of Temmeros and up into the hills. I'm going to work on that when I get to it, because when I am done with this area, you guys will have, let me check right now. When I'm done with this area, this Temmeros to Zamzib, you guys will have 1, 2, 3 options again. They will be work on Zamzib, the port town, or Galgora, or, yeah, Galgora, I think. The port town. Or the other one, the work on Galgora, that's the only new one. The other two are still there, which is Temmeros to Sesquica, which is a narrow gauge line that goes up into the mountains to the east of Temmeros. Or Temmeros to Arturo, which is a double-track mainline standard gauge that goes up to the north. The only reason I remember what direction things are is because I'm staring at a compass right here. Also, something I never actually realized until today, and call me dumb, but I never cared to notice, is that the videos, when I process them and put them up, they come out square. And of course, if you have a 4x3 monitor, this is no big deal whatsoever. But there are very few. I'm actually going to leave this because it's probably going to cut in again when I put the ship port there for Zamzib. Actually, let me open the map again because I'm still not sure this is to the right scale, and I'm not sure if I'm liking it. Of course, there's really no changing that now. I feel like it's longer this way, but if I added more, it would just make Temmeros smaller, and it wouldn't feel right. I guess I'm going to stretch the map a little bit this way, then. I mean, everything, all the dimensions are going to get kind of reorganized and shifted around. Where's the way out? There it is. All the towns are going to get shifted around when I actually start working on this. But, hold on, I need to plateau some stuff. But, yeah. There's really nothing I can do about that, first of all. Second of all, shut up. No, second of all is, well, there's nothing I can do about that, and it may change things for the better, because things are a little disproportionate on my map. In fact, I didn't even know what the scale was on the map for a long time. Like how big things were. I mean, I knew what a scale was. I know what that... It sounds like I don't know what a scale is. Gotta round these corners a little bit. Alright, let's get out... Let's get out... Where's my water? Here's my water. Oh wait, that's too high. Okay, this how good this bridge looks does not compare to how bad this is when compared to how deep the river is. Alright, getting rid of this bridge. We need to find a new bridge. No, not this one. What about this one? I feel like I used this one, though. Hold on. Shift, click. That doesn't touch either. What about this? I bet this doesn't touch either, watch. Oh, wait. No, this touches, good. But that is not a bridge that you use in water. That actually doesn't look half bad. Alright, so click, 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 click. Alright, and now we need to do the thingy with these. Which is like this. Alright, I need to get the things in here. The one paint that I have... Oh, I didn't save it. Whoops. I said I was going to save it, didn't I? I said I was going to save the thing, and then I forgot. And now I'm looking for it again, which is what I wanted to avoid. Because I didn't want to spend time looking for stuff. I wanted to have everything down pat by the time I actually, like... Oh, there it is. I can't... Oh, wait, yes I can. What is this called? Grid. The grid. I can't fill the grid with the grid. Okay, never mind. Hold on, let's see what water level is right for this beach over here. That doesn't look bad. But I need to fill out some more before I really know. It does seem awfully high, I have to say. That actually looks pretty good. How does it look over here? Alright. Click. Place. Water. That's the water for now. That's all that we have of the ocean. Alright. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do about this sloping stuff right here. I'm just probably gonna, you know, take a spot and do this, and then like go around the rest of the area. And hopefully when people don't notice, I'll put something next to it and just have a little slope up. But I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do right now. All I know what to do about is the rivers. And I hardly even know what to do about that. It's kind of my first time doing this kind of stuff. I'd like to know how people do it. There's probably things on YouTube for that, actually, now that I think about it. I forgot the river doesn't actually change height. It changes like direction well enough, but it doesn't change height. because there's no easy way, unless you're working on a very small scale, there's no easy way to make water in this game, like, flow. You can get the little rivers, but they don't look good in most situations, especially when you're working with a big river. I was thinking of doing, like, we go into the canyon with them, and then we open up into a forest at the end of this. Like, should there be canyon walls on this side of the tracks? I'm gonna go with yes, because it's gonna be easy. And then when as we come up here, it's gonna be kind of more and more hilly. There's gonna be hills separating our view on this side, and then a grove of trees and hills on this side. And then we're gonna get coming into here where we just kind of pull out in the middle of nowhere. I want it to be a rather seamless transition. Of course. What was that? I saw water. Where's their water? Also, someone in my house just said train wreck, which piques my interest. Probably shouldn't, but... Alright. Let's get in these canyon walls. I want to do on camera the things that I can't do off camera. And the things that I can't do off camera are the big things, like the important decisions and whatnot. Wait, wrong button. The fortunate thing about working on this part of the route, or actually working on any part of the route until we actually get a station, 2 stations connected, is I won't be placing any sort of thingy. Sorry, my mind is going blank. I won't be placing any sort of I won't be placing a train, so I will not invoke the lag. I get some serious, like, game F you over 2 frames a second lag for, like, 20 minutes every time I go to place a train or a car. If I just open up that menu, everything goes to hell. And I have no idea why, and it fixes itself after a while, but that while is far too long for my liking. What do I put here? A big mountain? A lonely mountain? I don't understand what's with the phantom sounds. It's annoying, and it's very strange. If anyone can explain that, that'd be really helpful. I think I'm definitely gonna do the canyon thing because I have an idea. I have an idea that this train goes into this canyon. You're above the canyon here, and then you meet up with it, and then you slowly descend until you're inside of it, next to the river. There's a canyon wall to your right and your left, and then when you abandon the river... Oh, what if you go through a tunnel? If you go through a tunnel here, and you come out on the other side of some sort of rocky wall... let me think. You know how that would look. I need to build a rocky wall. What is the height that we keep using here? I'm guessing it is this 124.68 that I see over here. But I'm gonna actually fatten up this wall so that whoa. So I can grab the height more easily over here. I'm not sure what's going to be outside of this canyon. Probably more just forests and stuff. Maybe some hills. Depends on where. All of this area are not some hills, some trees. All this area is supposed to be like foresty stuff. Also, that means this area has to be... Oh, stop freaking out. I think we should have a tunnel from... Hold on, let me make some spline points. From here. Hey. Spline point. There we go. Let's see, there's a tunnel in here thing, right? Tunnel 2 track. Tunnel 1 track, Swiss tunnel Euro. What does cat mean? Whatever, get rid of these. Pop, pop. I just thought of an extremely inefficient way to work on getting the terrain how I want it to be with sloping and things. I could just put down a bunch of track. I could put down a bunch of sloped track and then attach the track. I know, and then do this to all the track pieces and then remove the track. So we have terrain how we want it. Sensitivity up, please. Maybe I can actually move the ground a little bit. Except for that part where I need to be careful with what part of the ground I move. I never thought of what kind of natural formations we'd get into. In fact, I never even thought of the terrain in these areas, which is why it's slow going and kind of everything's on a whim. I never really thought of. I mean, I figured out where mountain ranges would be and things of that sort, but I never actually cared to find out where the actual mountains would be, or not find out, figure out, because it's my map. So you come down the riverbank, you go into the tunnel, and you come out of the tunnel in like lush forested paradise, and you go down the hill, and then you come out, you go over the river, and you're on like a sandy, beachy area with forest behind you. Alright, I'm just going to brush along the side of this here. Again, to make it a little bit easier for me to work with off camera. By the way, if you are a fan of locomotion and you didn't catch my question on Tuesday, hurry up and post if there are any mods you want me to add. I probably said this already, but tell me if there's anything you want me to add to my locomotion repertoire, because I'm going over and redoing my mod pack and this, that, and the other. Ah, there we go. I wish I had an excuse to keep it like that, but I don't. It needs to be steep, but not that steep. Apply height. It's a rather wide section of the river. I love how you cross over the canyon and then you go into it, because you come at it at a straight angle and then you just dive right in. The reason I'm using such a big brush is so that I can cut into the wall. Instead of bringing the terrain around it up, I want to bring the extra tall terrain down. And this will help me keep control of whatever I'm building, or whatever area I'm working with. And I can muck up the track bed all I want, because there's just one button press that'll fix it. Oh, imagine if I had a point in the map where the tracks were running between two rivers, and then it had to cross over one of them. Let me check my map to see if there's anything like that. This is the master map. I at least want walls or something around the track so I can drive a train through and look at the blocky landscape instead of the lack of landscape entirely. So we go down into the canyon on a ledge, we cross along, we work with the river, and then we go into the mountain. We go into the side of the canyon, we come out, and then we start descending through lushy, foresty paradise. Somebody tell me what QR cat means. What does cat mean? Is cat like... Oh, I'm gonna put a QR tunnel. And next to it I will put a QR cat. I see no difference. They're both spazzing out in the ground. They both look not so great. They're both standard gauge, I think. They're both standard gauge. I don't even. Stone low. That's actually a cool looking tunnel. I might use that. Alright, so the rivers. No, I don't really see a place where that happens. There's a one... Excuse me. There's one where tracks are running next to a river that's running one way and another river that's running another way. So I don't know about that, but... I mean, it's running between them. Let's have a fly through. Trenos. Trenini. That'd be little trains. Hold on, where was that water? I have a lust for information now. I'm gonna spin my camera around and we're gonna attack this problem. It's in the walls. Hold on. Can I just flail wildly with the delete water tool and get rid of it so I stop seeing it? I think I got it. Okay, good. And so at some point I will work on this stuff. And I'm always going to do the big decisions on camera. If I get to a point where I have to make a big decision and I'm not recording, I will wait until I am recording and I'll go work on something else in the meantime. Or just drive a train around. Because doing this is actually rather therapeutic. Just kind of coming on here and building up terrain, getting things that... Because you are in control. You have everything at your fingertips, and I'm going to save the map because I just had a revelation. What if you stop being in control and the game crashes? I already played on here once today. It's statistically likely, or it's statistically more likely for the game to crash. Because it didn't crash then. I think. I actually don't think probabilities work that way, but... gonna just fix up this tunnel entrance. And maybe I'll do this part over here right now. So, guys, you have your hello from me, your question of the day, a crap ton of other random questions that I kind of threw at you throughout the episode. And I'm continuing to work, so if you guys feel like leaving, go ahead. I invite you to get the hell out of here. That's a lot steeper than I thought it was. And I'm just gonna keep working on this. Because, yeah, it's what I do. Not really, it's kind of just what I do on camera. What I do off camera is completely different. No, I actually do this off camera. See how steep this is? That's just perfect. Then I'll have to implement this all along the side here. And we're going to have to smooth these edges like right here. I know it isn't quite the time for this. I'm just giving an example. What do you mean it's not the time for this? I'm recording an episode and I'm building the world. It's always the time for that. Just kind of like that. There's gonna be stuff sloping into the watery basin of this river. Then over here we're gonna have like more probably more lax walls because we have a space in the middle, a decent amount of space, and this should not be here. And then of course the river comes out up here. And I never did this. I'm gonna do that right now. Patching up the terrain. Making it look snazzy. Every girl's crazy about some shop-dressed land. Now let's grab this black stuff, kind of just smudge it along the shoreline here, like it belongs, even though nobody loves it. It's sad. And of course, if you're not going to see it, I'm not going to texture it. So, there's a space here that I didn't texture. The worst part about this space not being textured is you see it. There. I need to put a mountain here. I'm going to put a mountain here. Right now, a mountain is going here. Right now, maximum radius. Boom, mountain. Effing done. Mountain. And let's get something to texture it with. Let's get out the toolbox. Turn off that, turn off that. Grab this. And I'll grab this, and now let's paste it on top of Das Mountain. Lay Mountain. Alright. And then let's go back to here. Patch this up. Oh, too big. There's gonna be stuff over here. Oh, right! That's the fourth. The fourth is Temmeros off the edge of the world. It'll probably be a very short span of time. So, here's the plan. From hills and forests here, hills and forests, hills over here, kind of flattening out, forests, and then you cross this, and there's a forest grove here, and then there's mountains right here. And on the other side, there's mountains. And then it's going to be like mountainy. And all you can see is mountains from this gorge until you pop out through here. You go through the mountains, and you come out here, and it's just forests and light hills. And then you cross this, and over on this side, it's just like grassy and a little bit of foresty, and then the beach. So yeah, that's my plan so far. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I'm out.